Welcome to today's video, Unlock Incredible Wellness with Minimalism. Modern life is a whirlwind. We are bombarded with information, demands and choices. Our schedules are overflowing, our homes are overflowing, our minds are overflowing. We are drowning in stuff, yet we feel starved for something more. What if the answer isn't adding more, but embracing less? What if the key to peace is found in simplicity? This is the promise of minimalism. Minimalism is about living intentionally. It's about identifying what truly matters and removing the rest. It's about owning less stuff so you can make room for more experiences, more connections, and more joy. More and more people are turning to minimalism to find calm in the chaos and reclaim their well-being. Clutter is more than just messy countertops and overflowing closets. It represents unmade decisions, unfinished projects, and unfulfilled aspirations. Clutter weighs us down, both physically and mentally. It steals our energy, our focus, and our peace of mind. Our culture of consumerism encourages us to constantly want more. More clothes, more gadgets, more experiences. This endless pursuit of more leaves us feeling empty and exhausted. We become addicted to the temporary high of new possessions only to be left feeling unsatisfied and wanting more. This cycle of excess leads to stress, burnout, and a profound sense of unhappiness. Minimalism offers a way out of this cycle. By letting go of the unnecessary, we create space for what truly matters. We free ourselves from the burden of possessions and the pressure to keep up with the Joneses. This newfound freedom allows us to focus on our values, our passions, and our well-being. Minimalism cultivates a mindset of intentionality and gratitude. When we let go of the need for more, we begin to appreciate what we already have. This shift in perspective leads to greater contentment, reduced stress, and a renewed sense of purpose. With less clutter in our physical space and mental landscape, we experience greater clarity, emotional stability, and focus. Across the world, countless individuals have experienced profound transformations by embracing minimalism. These are not just stories of decluttering homes, but of reclaiming lives, rediscovering passions, and finding a deeper sense of purpose. Minimalism has become a movement that empowers people from all walks of life to let go of excess and focus on what truly matters. The journey is unique for everyone, but the results often echo the same themes: greater happiness, clarity, and freedom. Take, for example, the inspiring story of the Minimalists, Joshua Fields Milburn and Ryan Nicodemus. These two friends became the faces of a global movement, but their journey began in a place many of us can relate to, feeling overwhelmed by the demands of modern life and the constant pressure to acquire more. For years, Joshua and Ryan were living what many would call the American dream. They had high-paying corporate jobs, beautiful homes, and all the material possessions they could ever want. Expensive cars, designer clothes, the latest technology. On the surface, it looked like they had it all, but beneath the surface, something was missing. Despite their outward success, both men felt a deep sense of emptiness and disconnection. The more they accumulated, the more they realized that material things could not fill the void inside. Stress, anxiety, and a lack of fulfillment became their daily companions, even as they checked off every box of conventional success. Their turning point came when they discovered minimalism. They began to question what truly added value to their lives and what was simply weighing them down. By letting go of the excess, both physical and emotional, they found a renewed sense of freedom. They started donating items, simplifying their routines, and focusing on relationships and experiences rather than possessions. Through this process, Joshua and Ryan not only transformed their own lives, but also inspired millions of others to do the same, showing that happiness and purpose are found not in what we own, but in how we live. But the power of minimalism isn't limited to public figures. Consider the story of Sarah, a young woman who, like so many, found herself trapped in a relentless cycle of compulsive shopping. Every weekend, she would visit malls and online stores, searching for the next item that promised happiness or a sense of belonging. Sarah sought solace in material possessions, hoping that each new purchase would fill the emotional void she felt inside. She believed that owning more would make her happier, more confident, and more accepted by those around her. But with every shopping spree, the feeling of emptiness only grew. The relief she felt from buying something new was always fleeting. Soon after, guilt and regret would set in, leaving her feeling even more overwhelmed and unhappy than before. Her home became cluttered, her finances strained, and her sense of self-worth diminished with every unneeded purchase. Everything changed when Sarah stumbled upon the concept of minimalism. She realized that true happiness wasn't about accumulating more, but about appreciating what she already had. By shifting her focus from buying to being, she began to see the beauty in simplicity. She started to let go of items that no longer served her, and with each step she felt lighter and more at peace. As Sarah decluttered her home and her life, she discovered a newfound sense of peace and contentment. Her relationships improved, her stress levels dropped, and she found joy in the little things: a quiet morning, a meaningful conversation, a space that felt truly hers. These stories remind us that transformation is possible for anyone, and that by embracing minimalism, we can all find greater happiness, purpose, and freedom in our own lives. My own journey with minimalism began with a single, honest question: does this add value to my life? At first it seemed like a simple inquiry, but as I sat quietly in my living room, surrounded by things I'd accumulated over the years, I realized how powerful that question could be. It forced me to pause and truly consider the purpose of every object, every commitment, and even every relationship in my life. Was I holding on to things out of habit, nostalgia, or fear of letting go? Or did these things genuinely contribute to my happiness and well-being? This simple question became a powerful tool for decluttering not just my home, but my mind and my daily routines. I started to see how much mental space was taken up by the clutter around me. Unfinished projects, clothes I never wore, books I'd never read again. Each item I let go of felt like a small weight lifted from my shoulders, making room for clarity and peace. I started by getting rid of the things I never used, the gadgets gathering dust in the back of cupboards, the kitchen tools I thought I needed but never touched, and the stacks of papers that served no purpose except to remind me of unfinished business. It was a gradual process, and at times it was surprisingly emotional. Letting go of certain items brought up memories and attachments I didn't expect. The clothes that no longer fit, the ones I kept just in case, or because they reminded me of a different time in my life, were some of the hardest to part with. But as I sorted through them, I realized that holding on to these things was holding me back from embracing who I am today. Donating them felt like making space for new experiences and a truer version of myself. And then there were the books I'd already read. I used to think a full bookshelf was a sign of wisdom, but I came to see that a carefully chosen collection of books I truly loved and would revisit was far more meaningful. Passing on the rest to others who might enjoy them gave me a sense of connection and generosity. As I let go of the physical clutter, I felt a sense of lightness and freedom I hadn't realized I was missing. My home became a place of calm and comfort rather than a source of stress. I found myself breathing easier, sleeping better, and feeling more present in my daily life. The act of simplifying my surroundings helped me focus on what truly mattered: my relationships, my passions, and my own well-being. Minimalism isn't just about owning less, it's about living more intentionally and finding joy in the simple things. It's about making conscious choices, appreciating what you have, and letting go of what no longer serves you. Through this journey, I've discovered that true happiness doesn't come from what we own, but from the space we create for what really matters: peace, purpose, and connection. Minimalism isn't about deprivation. It's about liberation. It's a conscious choice to step away from the noise and clutter that often fills our lives, and to rediscover what truly brings us joy. When you embrace minimalism, you're not giving up happiness. You're making space for it. Imagine waking up each day surrounded only by the things that serve a purpose or spark genuine happiness. The freedom of less is about clarity, intention, and living life on your own terms. It's about freeing yourself from the weight of excess and the pressure to conform. Every item you let go of is a step toward a lighter, more intentional existence. You begin to realize that your worth isn't measured by what you own, but by the experiences you create and the peace you cultivate. Letting go of what no longer serves you opens up room for new opportunities, deeper connections, and a sense of calm that can transform your daily life. It's about creating space for the things that truly matter, your passions, your relationships, your well-being. Minimalism allows you to focus on what brings you fulfillment, whether it's spending quality time with loved ones, pursuing a hobby, or simply enjoying a quiet moment to yourself. With fewer distractions, you can be more present, more grateful, and more connected to the world around you. Are you ready to experience the incredible wellness that minimalism can unlock? Imagine the mental clarity that comes from a decluttered space, the emotional freedom of letting go, and the physical energy you gain when your environment supports your goals. Minimalism isn't just a style, it's a pathway to a more meaningful, balanced, and joyful life. Start by asking yourself, what can I let go of today to create a more fulfilling tomorrow? Even the smallest step can set you on a journey toward greater freedom, happiness, and well-being. Embrace the freedom of less and discover how much more life has to offer when you choose to live with intention. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. And thanks for watching.